I'd like to call the Lafayette Parish Council meeting to order. At this time, I'd like to go ahead and ask Councilman Gilbo to lead us in a prayer and turn around and ask Councilman Councilman Carlson's going to lead us in the prayer, and Councilman Tabor's going to lead us in the pledge.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for the opportunity we have together as a parish council. I pray that you would, tonight, you would continue to lead us and guide us in all that we do. May our discussions, our decisions, and everything that we do bring honor to you and be the best thing for our citizens. I can pray for wisdom, as not just tonight, but as we in the administration move forward in addressing this public health emergency as well as an economic emergency. God, we ask you for your favor and your grace during this time. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you so much, Councilman Carlson, and thank you, Mr. Gilbo, for volunteering to do it. And I messed up. It's okay. And thank you, Mr. Tabor, for the pledge. Did a great job. Yeah, you're right. All right. We welcome you to the Lafayette Parish Council meeting. As presiding officer and chair, I'd like to announce the following. This is a public hearing, and to address the council on any item on this agenda, please fill out a blue form or call into 291-8428. Again, 291-8428. You can call that number to submit your information to the clerk prior to the call of the agenda item. If that's not done, you will not be given opportunity to speak. We do have staff assistance that is available if needed. Items for submission to the council should be handed to Council Clerk Ms. Veronica Williams, who is seated to my left. If you're watching TV, it'd be to your right. The 5-minute rule will be in effect. When addressing the council, we ask that you please state your name and title for the official record. There will be no debating or confrontational statements. The front row to my left is for media only. Food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium, and we ask that you please silence all phones and electronic devices. Meeting procedures are by resolution and not by Robert's Rules of Order. All documents with reference to tonight's meeting can be found on our wonderful website at LCG. Finally, the council encourages your involvement in boards or commissions. If interested, we ask that you call 291-8800. We do have a lot of boards and commissions, and if you are interested in volunteering, please call 291-8800. I will now move to chair announcements. All right. Item number 10, relative to adjudicated property, has been deferred, and that item 10 is JO-017-2020. That will be deferred till May 19th meeting. Item number 11, JO-018-2020, relative to Hyman Center. Board has a proposed amendment to add a parish appointment to the board to make the city appointments as a whole and to increase the board size from 7 to 8. Item 21, JO-028-2020, the grass cutting ordinance is being deferred per the author's request to the May 19th meeting to allow additional time to meet with EQ and the representatives. For those tuning in from home or other locations, a reminder to call 291-8428 if you wish to speak. Please keep in mind that there is a delay when viewing on TV and via the internet. There will be a special meeting of the Parish Council immediately following this meeting. At this time, I will move to council announcements. As far as for myself, I just hope the community is doing well and everybody staying safe, and look forward to moving forward, hopefully after May 15th, without a doubt, get back to some normalcy. But we definitely want to pray for those businesses that are struggling and are suffering, and as well as the community and those who have possibly been laid off with the oil field and everything else. It's not a good time, but keep the faith, and hopefully we can turn everything around. And thank you for watching the Parish Council meeting. Appreciate it. At this time, I will go ahead and move to council announcements. Is there any? Okay, I am not seeing any. So I would like to go ahead and move over to the Executive Mayor's report. At this time, I'd like to recognize our Mayor President, Mr. Josh Guillory.
I appreciate the time. So we have the budget to actual comparison that has been submitted to the council for your review and consideration. Director Toops has relayed a message to me to relate to you guys that if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to email her directly or call her, and we support that. I also want to thank each of you. You guys have been working really hard. A lot of you, have gone above and beyond in regards at the Robichaux Center and just different at Brown Park. Just additional efforts, and also want to thank you for recognizing that this COVID-19 situation is not only a public health emergency, and that's our number one duty, to keep our people safe, and you guys understand that, but you also recognize the economic emergency that this is bringing, both from a revenue standpoint, not only to our businesses, but to Lafayette Consolidated Government, but also specifically, there's a group of businesses out there right now that find themselves forced to be shut, whether it's my own emergency declaration, the governor's declaration, or for some reason that the government's telling them that they have to shut down, but they have nowhere to go. So there's no SBA relief. And I can't tell you how much it means to me that you guys have expressed that you understand that concern, that we're working together, and here in the next couple of weeks on the 19th, we'll be able to talk about it a little bit more and come up with a plan to kind of help these particular businesses out. Because a lot of these small business employers are the backbone of our economy, and they're being left out right now. And you guys recognize it. I appreciate that. Let's see. Parking garage. Do you know the numbers?
Cedric, can you want to talk?
That was my cheat sheet, my battle buddy here.
Go ahead.
Yes, as far as the Buchanan Street parking garage completion and budget, we're at about the 80% complete with the panels being pulled down, and we're about 70% into the budget. So we're doing a little bit better on the progress than we are on the budget.
That's cool.
That's it. So, and good news on both. But again, couldn't do that without you. Really appreciate you. Understand the urgency there. The last thing I have on the Mayor President's report is our UDC Replacement Committee, as you know, has been on hold since the COVID-19 public health emergency. We are looking for ways to get that committee to either meet on Zoom, or it's a pretty large crowd, but we're looking at ways for real-time audio-video capabilities. And whenever we were engaged, I really appreciate both councils being on. I know we have rules that you can only have 2 at a time, but I appreciate you guys participating in that, because any product that we present to the planning commissions, I would want buy-in and teamwork from both of our councils as we continue to serve our public. So again, guys, I appreciate all that you do. It is an honor to serve with you, and that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Councilman Gilbo, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Mayor, President, and Sidra, I certainly compliment you for all that has been done. I'm very, very happy to hear about the garage, the parking garage, and the numbers that are coming in on that. I think it speaks well for our due diligence and everything that we're doing to make sure that we try to stay within a budget and operate, fiscally responsible, and I really do appreciate that. The other thing I want to compliment both of you, but especially law enforcement. I know there's been a lot of businesses that have opened up. There have been some violations. We've done some inspections, and I really appreciate the way that they have approached it. We don't go in there, just find them and shut the doors down and throw them in the back of the car, and take them off. It's been, I think, a very respectful learning process for each and every one of us since we have not experienced it. So I think what has happened in this community is that we are showing that compassion. We're wanting to help. We want to get them started and get them up running again. And I think that speaks volumes for the way this community is coming together and respecting these individuals. So thanks for that. I really do appreciate that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Councilman Gilbo. You done, sir? You hit the button. Okay, cool deal. All right, we'll now move to ordinances for final adoption. This is a public hearing, and the blue sheets or the phone calls are available for anyone wishing to address this council. There is a 5-minute rule that does apply. At this time, I'd like for Jeremy to go ahead and please read.
Parish Ordinance 14, 2020. An ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the Lafayette Mayor President to enter into an intergovernmental agreement between the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government and the City of Scott concerning the maintenance of Coulee Oticon Lateral 8C and amending the fiscal year 1920 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing reimbursement revenues from the City of Scott in the amount of $90,007 and appropriating within the Public Works Department for said project.
Okay, need a motion and a second to consider. Motion by Councilman Gilbo. Second by Councilman Carlson. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Ms. Williams, any public comment there?
No, sir.
All right, please call the roll.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Ordinance 15, 2020, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the Lafayette Mayor President to enter into an intergovernmental agreement between the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government and the City of Scott concerning the Old Spanish Trail Bridge rehabilitation and amending the fiscal year 1920 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing reimbursement revenues from the City of Scott in the amount of $54,500 and appropriating within the Public Works Department for said project.
Okay, need a motion and a second to consider. Motion by Councilman Gilbo, second by Councilman Tabor. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Any blue cards?
No, sir.
Blue cards or phone calls? No? Okay, call the roll.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? District 1? Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Ordinance 16, 2020, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the filing of applications for grant funding which may become available to address economic hardships resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic.
Need a motion and a second. Motion by Councilman AB and second by Councilman Tabor. Council discussion? Seeing none. Any phone calls?
No, sir.
All right, call the roll.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? District 1? District 2?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
Okay, now we're going to move to joint ordinances for final adoption. This is a public hearing. Blue sheets or phone calls are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 5-minute rule does apply. Chairman, please read.
Joint Ordinance 12, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Advisory Commission on Crime Prevention.
Okay, need a motion and a second? Motion by Councilman Carlson, second by Councilman Tabor. Not seeing any council discussion. Ms. Williams, any comment?
No, sir.
All right, call the roll.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3? Yes. Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 13, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Downtown Management Committee.
Okay, need a motion and a second? Motion by Councilman Tabor. Second? Second by Councilman Rubin. Any council discussion? Seeing none? All right. Ms. Williams, any public comment?
We did have one citizen who called in, did not wish to speak in support of the ordinance.
Okay, thank you so much. Please call the roll.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
Okay. Item 10 has been deferred till the May 19th, so we're going to skip over 10. And let's move to item 11, please.
Joint Ordinance 18, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Hyman Performing Arts Center and Frem F. Bustani Convention Center Advisory Commission.
Need a motion and a second. Motion by Councilman Carlson. Second by Councilman Gilbo. Okay, at this time, the authors have proposed an amendment to add a parish appointment to the board to make the city appointments as a whole and to increase the board size from 7 to 8. Does anybody want to offer that? Motion by Councilman Carlson, second by Councilman Gilbo on the amendment. Is there any council discussion on this amendment? Seeing none, any comment from the public on the amendment?
No, sir.
All right. Please call the vote on the amendment.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? Motion to amend is approved.
Okay, is there any discussion on the ordinance as amended? Seeing none. Ms. Williams, any comment on the ordinance that has been amended?
No, sir.
All right, let's call for the vote from the council to adopt the ordinance as amended.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? Motion to adopt as amended is approved. Joint Ordinance 19, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Parish Convention and Visitors Commission.
Need a motion and a second. A motion by Councilman Aby, second by Councilman Gilbo. Any council discussion? Seeing absolutely none. Any comment from the public?
No, sir.
Roll 'em.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5, District 1.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 20, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the People's Safety Initiative.
Absolutely. Motion and a second. Motion by Councilman Carlson, second by Councilman Tabor. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any cell phone calls, pay phone calls?
No, sir.
Okay, good, all right. Call the roll.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5, District 1, District 2.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 21, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Economic Development Authority.
Okay, at this time, I need a motion and a second. Motion by Councilman Tabor, second by Councilman Carlson. Any council discussion? Okay, Ms. Williams, any comment?
No, sir.
Call the roll.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5,
Yes.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 2020, Joint Ordinance 22, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Parish Bayou Vermilion District.
Okay, motion and a second. Councilman Gilbo with a motion and second by Councilman Tabor. Not seeing any council discussion at the moment. Any phone calls or public comment?
No, sir.
All right, call the roll.
District 5,
Yes.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 23, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Parish Library Board of Control.
Okay, need a motion and a second. So moved by Councilman Carlson, second by Councilman Gilbo. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Any comment, Ms.
No,
Williams?
sir.
All right, let's call the roll.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Where?
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 24, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Natural History Museum and Planetarium Commission.
Need a motion and a second. Moved by Councilman Rubin, second by Councilman Carlson. Any council discussion? Okay, seeing none. Ms. Williams, any phone calls, blue cards, or letters?
No, sir.
All right, call the roll.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5, District 1. Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 25, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Metropolitan Expressway Commission.
Okay, need a motion and a second? Got a motion by Councilman Tabor and a second by Councilman Carlson. Not seeing any council discussion at the moment. Any public comment?
No, sir.
Roll them.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5,
Yes.
District 1, District 2.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 26, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council amending and reenacting Chapter 34, Article 4, Section 34-366 of the Noise Control Code to provide a sound level limit of 60 decibels in residential areas between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. for sewer treatment plant, sewer lift station, and electric substation and switchyard sound sources in the city of Lafayette and the unincorporated areas of Lafayette Parish.
Okay, motion and a second? Motion by Councilman Gilbo, second by Councilman Rubin. Council discussion. Mr. Gilbo, you have the floor, sir.
It's not so much a question, but a comment. I see that we're raising it to 60 dB in certain areas of residential. That does not apply. I guess the 50 dB remains in effect for the rest of the residential areas, subdivisions, and so forth. So that does not change any of that as far as I read it. that
This
correct?
one is just in reference to the sewer
water
treatment plants. Those areas are neighborhoods adjacent to sewer
Right,
treatment
so
plants.
everything else remains as is. Okay, I'm good.
Correct.
All right. Any other discussion? Seeing none. Ms. Williams, any comment?
We did have one citizen who called in, did not wish to speak in support of the ordinance.
All right. Okay. Please call the vote from the council.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 27, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 1920 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by authorizing the transfer of $325,000 in home investment partnerships funds within the Community Development Department to Lafayette Habitat for Humanity.
Okay, need a motion and a second?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Gilbo, second by Councilman Tabor. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Ms. Williams, any blue cards, any phone calls?
We did have some citizens who called in, did not wish to speak. 12 called in support of the ordinance.
Okay. All right. Please call the vote.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
Okay. Remember, item number 21 in reference to the grass cutting ordinance has been deferred to the May 19th meeting. So we will move on to item number 22.
Joint Ordinance 29, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Evangeline Thruway redevelopment team.
Okay, need a motion and a second. Motion by Councilman Tabor, second by Councilman A.B. Rubin. Any council discussion? None. Any public comment?
No, sir.
All right, call the roll.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 30, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Preservation Commission.
All right, need a motion and a second.
So moved.
So moved by Councilman Gilbo, second by Councilman A.B. Not seeing any council discussion. Any comment, Ms. Williams?
No, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Please call the roll.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1? Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Ordinance 31, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette City Parish President's Awareness Committee for Citizens with Disabilities.
Okay, need a motion and a second. Motion by Councilman A.B., second by Councilman Carlson. Not seeing any council discussion. Ms. Williams, any blue cards or phone calls?
No, sir.
All right, call the roll.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? District 1? District 2?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
Okay.
Joint Ordinance 32, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Municipal Fire and Police Civil Service Board.
Okay, need a motion and a second. Councilman Gilbo got the motion, second by Councilman Tabor. Not seeing any council discussion. Ms. Williams, any comment?
No, sir.
All right, please call the roll.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Absolutely, yes.
District 3?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
All right, we're going to consider appointment by the whole parish council as a whole to the boards and commissions. All right, Jeremy, please read.
Clarifying appointment dates for Terry Hurd to the Lafayette Airport Commission as follows. The remainder of an unexpired four-year term from April 21st, 2020 through October 31st, 2020, and the upcoming four-year term effective November 1st, 2020.
All right, thank you so much. Now we will move right along into introductory ordinances, and I will ask for a motion and a second to introduce these in global items 27 through 29. Can I get a motion and a second? Got a motion by Councilman Tabor, got a second by Councilman A.B. Jeremy, can you please read?
Parish Ordinance 17, 2020, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 1920 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by transferring $100,000 from asbestos abatement LPCG 2FL to the upgrade parish government building elevators within the Public Works Department, Capital Improvements Division for additional funding needed. Parish Ordinance 18, 2020, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 1920 operating and capital budgets of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by recognizing revenues in the amount of $3,331,858 received from the Federal Highway Administration for the LCG Roadway Overlay Program, State Project Number H012304, approving the use of existing funds in the amount of $1,001,776 for the required local match and appropriating within the Public Works Department Capital Improvements Division for said project. Parish Ordinance 19, 2020, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council declaring the building or structure located at 119 Argus Street, Lafayette, Louisiana, owned by William C. Osborne, Courtney Eve Bork, Hubert T. Bork, Ada Dene, Wilfred Carroll, and Carmelie Carroll, care of Gerald J. Block, attorney appointed, to be dilapidated and dangerous to the public welfare and ordering the condemnation of same.
Sounds good. Comments from the public concerning these introductory ordinances?
No, sir.
All right. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Ms. Williams, please call the roll. Or, please call the roll.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
Motion to introduce in globo is approved.
All right, now we're going to move to joint introductory ordinances, and I'm going to need a motion in a second to introduce introduce in global items 31 through 49. Motion by Councilman A.B., second by Councilman Carlson. Chairman, can you please read?
Joint Ordinance 33, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the Lafayette Mayor President to execute a cooperative endeavor agreement as amended with the Lafayette Parish School Board to receive funds directed for use in construction of Lafayette Transit System bus stop shelters and to amend the then current operative budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to account for receipt and expenditure of said funds. Joint Ordinance 34, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council, reorganizing the Lafayette Parish Waterworks District North. Joint Ordinance 35, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council, reorganizing and reaffirming the Transportation Policy Committee of the Acadiana Metropolitan Planning Organization. Joint Ordinance 36, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Parish Waterworks District South. Joint Ordinance 37, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reaffirming the Parish of Lafayette's appointment to the Board of Commissioners of the Teche Vermilion Freshwater District. Joint Ordinance 38, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council affirming the Cajun Dome Commission. Joint Ordinance 39, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reaffirming the Industrial Development Board of the Parish of Lafayette, Louisiana, Incorporated. Joint Ordinance 40, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Animal Care Center Advisory Board. Joint Ordinance 41, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reaffirming the Municipal Civil Service Board in accordance with Section 4-15 of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government Home Rule Charter. Joint Ordinance 42, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reaffirming the Downtown Development Authority. Joint Ordinance 43, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Board of Zoning Adjustment. Joint Ordinance 44, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Emergency Medical Services Advisory Board. Joint Ordinance 45, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the North Lafayette Redevelopment Authority. Joint Ordinance 46, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Keep Lafayette Beautiful Board. Joint Ordinance 47, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reaffirming the members of the Board of Trustees of the Lafayette Public Trust Financing Authority. Joint Ordinance 48, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reaffirming the members of the Board of Trustees of the Lafayette Public Innovation Alliance. Joint Ordinance 49, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reorganizing the Lafayette Airport Commission. Joint Ordinance 50, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reaffirming the City Planning and Zoning Commission in accordance with Section 4-10A of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government Home Rule Charter. Joint Ordinance 51, 2020, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council reaffirming the Parish Planning and Zoning Commission in accordance with Section 4-10B of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government Home Rule Charter.
Thank you so much. A lot of reading right there. Did a good job. Any comments from the public concerning these items?
We do have one caller holding, and she wanted to know if you guys have any questions regarding number 31, citizen Liz Hebert. You can speak now. Liz? Yes. Okay. So I just introduced you and to see if they have any questions of Liz Hebert. They have no questions. Liz?
Yes, thank you. If there's no questions.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
See, I have one caller.
One call, there you go. Our
No
own
other
city councilwoman.
speakers.
Yeah. Okay, no other speakers. At this time, please call the roll.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? Motion to introduce in globo is approved.
Okie dokie. Now we'd like to call to order the special meeting. Chairman, can you please read the resolution?
Parish Resolution 8, 2020, a resolution of the Lafayette Parish Council amending and restating Parish Resolution Number PR 005, 2020, ordering and calling an election to be held in the Parish of Lafayette, State of Louisiana, to authorize the rededication of special taxes therein, making application to the State Bond Commission in connection therewith, and providing for other matters in connection therewith, create millage rededication.
Okay, need a motion in a second. Motion by Councilman Tabor, second by Councilman Carlson. And I'd just like to announce that this item is being reconsidered to add information about the estimated revenue amount and a notation on the basis for the rededication. That's what the Bond Commission asked us to make sure we come back and we state that. So that is the reasoning for us having a special meeting and correcting what the Bond Commission said that we needed to have in order to go to the voters in November. So again, it's being reconsidered to add information about the estimated revenue amount and a notation on the basis for the rededication. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Okay, please call the roll.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? Yes. Motion to adopt is approved.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to adjourn the special meeting and the Lafayette Parish Council meeting. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a happy Cinco de Mayo, and God bless each and every one, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.